Hi friends, welcome to Jingles for Kids channel. Today we will read chapter 4, Spot On. The moose looked around. He couldn't remember which tall tree he'd been under. The detective searched the ground for Mason's hoof prints, but they were everywhere. The moose had walked by almost every tree. Had the trail of clues reached a dead end? "We need to do a flip," said Grace. Wallace did a backflip. "Not that kind of flip. We need to flip how we're solving this case," said Grace. "We've been trying to find the egg's mama. Now let's have the egg's mama find us." Grace unzipped Wallace's backpack. She pulled out a big piece of paper and a crayon. She made a sign and taped it to the tree. "Found one egg. If it's yours, come to the big rock at sunset." At sunset, Raccoon and Snake waited at the big rock. "Do you think one of them is the egg's mama?" Grace whispered to Wallace. Thought Wallace. Raccoons didn't lay eggs, but snakes did. He had a plan. He asked the raccoon to describe the egg. "It was brown," she said, "with white spots." Was she right? No. He asked the snake how big the egg was. "Smaller than my eye," she said. Was she right? No. Wallace knew what they were up to. They wanted the egg so they could eat it, and he wasn't having that. He sent them away. The detectives hoped someone else would show up, but no one did. Wallace and Grace started to walk away. What should they do now? Then Leela the hawk soared down. "Wait! I saw your sign. Please, do you have my egg?" "What does it look like?" asked Grace. "It's white with 3 brown spots," she said. "Where are the spots?" asked Grace. "1 big spot is on the top, and 2 are on the bottom," said Leela. Wallace looked at his notebook. The hawk was right. "How big is it?" asked Grace. Leela put out her wings. Wallace took his ruler and measured the space between them. 2 inches long. It was her egg. "I'm so clumsy. I knocked my egg out of the nest by mistake," said Leela. "I looked all over the ground for it, but it disappeared. Poof! Like magic." "No, like a moose," said Grace. "It landed on my head." Mason smiled at the hawk. "My flowers kept it safe." "I've been so worried," said Leela. "We'll take you back to your egg," said Grace. Wallace looked around. "We traveled so far, I don't know how to get back. We can follow the path the egg took." Grace drew a map in the notebook. Hawk's nest, to moose head, to bear cubs' blueberries, to bunny's basket, to squirrel's blue paint, to robin's nest. The 3 birds flew to the great wood. Leela was so happy to see her egg, and she was so happy that Rita had taken good care of it. Rita and Rafa were so happy to meet Leela. Wallace and Grace were so happy they had solved the case. In the morning, all the eggs hatched. 4 robin babies, and 1 hawk baby. Everyone who kept the eggs safe came to celebrate, and they all brought presents. Mateo painted the babies a blue picture. Beatrice carried a basket of violets. She had guessed their favorite color was purple. Tyler baked a blueberry cake. He covered it with fairy jam. Mason made the baby's tiny flower crown. Wallace dug up earthworms, but he ate most of them because he was hungry. Time to dance! Grace liked to dance when they solved a case. Wallace turned the music up. "Copy us," said Grace, and the baby birds knew just what to do. Wings up, wings out, wings down. That's the end of the story. I hope you liked it. I liked the part where Wallace was thinking about earthworm apple sandwich. It seemed funny. Also, I liked the part how Mason the moose walked steadily so the egg didn't fall off of his head. I would like to know, which part of the story do you like? Comment below. If you want to listen to the other chapters, I've put the link in the description below. Bye friends, see you in another great story.